I do think Craig is Satoshi. I met with him in London. He fits the kind of person that I was interacting with way back in 2010, and he provided some cryptographic proof using the private key from the very first Bitcoin block to show that he possessed that key. So although it's impossible to prove something like that 100%, I think for me, he's proved it beyond a reasonable doubt.
At the end of the day, the whole concept of what crypto is about is utterly wrong. It is not about an asset that cannot be seized. Bitcoin is that easy to seize. You're going to see it next year. When you know the address, you can seize Bitcoin because there are less than 10 nodes that matter in BTC globally. There are even less in Ethereum. Those 10 nodes get a court order. Most of them are in China. A few are in Russia, a few in America. You follow, you do what you're told, you bend over to the government, and you let that bloody money order change go through. That simple. It's designed that way. I used to be a forensic auditor. I hate going into companies and finding records that have been changed. I worked for a number of things in BDO where basically all the records would be updated and whatever else. I did this to ensure that wouldn't happen. Following things like Sarbanes-Oxley, 404-302 and whatever else, all these requirements to have honest records. That's what Bitcoin can provide, and for the first time in human history, it gives us a real micropayment platform. That matters. Being able to have not ad-based Twitter, not ad-based Google, not a page of shit whenever I do a Google search, but paying 1/1000th of a cent per search. That matters, and that's what we will have in the next 2 years. Not the 10,000 or so transactions we can do now, 10 million.
But Craig, that's more about the utility of Bitcoin.
That is what it is.
Rather than the value.
That is value. Utility, tell me if I'm wrong, utility is value. Goods and services, things people want to use is value. Money is not value. Money is not wealth. You have been lied to. There is no great wealth creation because of new shitcoins. Money is not wealth. Goods and services are wealth. That is wealth. That TV is wealth. Your suit is wealth. Your haircuts are wealth. Wealth is the creation of value. Things people want. That's wealth.
Well, what's your line on the outrageous amount of electricity used by miners?
You mean like the outrageous amounts of electricity used by Google and Google searches?
Similar to that, yes.
No, actually that's way more. Thousands of times more. You mean the incredibly inefficient use of Visa and MasterCard electricity. That's what people don't seem to understand.
So this has just been blown out of proportion?
Oh, no, it's people who want to attack the system make things up. In fact, it's more efficient than proof of stake. And proof of stake is just a security. It's you vote, except it's all about power. This is what it all comes down to. See, what people don't understand is Bitcoin with a stable protocol takes away power. If no one can change the protocol, not me, not God, there's no power in money. Money is all about power. And this is one of the things Bitcoin has done. It has removed that power. It will remove that power globally.